Right. We are live. Awesome. All right, we're going to wait a few minutes for people to join in and file in. If you guys are brand new here to the Sandstorm, I am joined by the legendary Woof today. He is the founder of Sneaky Vampire Syndicate, which is a sick, beautifully designed NFT collection that has a game rolling out and plans for the Sandbox. So welcome onto this kind of exclusive meetup, Woof. Excited to have you and dig in. So everybody,
thank you.
Yeah. So everybody that's joining, to enter the giveaway, type Vamps in all caps on Twitch, and if you're subscribed, you're 2 times more likely to win. So let's get those Vamps going through the chat. Awesome. Looks like we got 115, 117 people watching, and let's kick it off. I think a couple more minutes, people will start filing in. But Woof, let's hear the story, man. Let's hear, how did you guys get started and what your background is, like what got you into NFTs?
Well, personally, I've been in the crypto space since like maybe 2014, right? I've been through every cycle, every wave. We had the IDO cycle, we had the scam coin cycle, and then now we have an NFT. Like, the hype is behind the NFT. There's so many NFT projects releasing. What got me into the NFT space was basically my friend Topkek, or Purchaseable on Twitter, approached he's one of my long-term friends. We've been friends for like maybe 6 years, and he messaged me like, hey, this I know this artist from the Bored Ape Yacht Club, like one of the artists, and he was like, do you want to start an NFT project together? And I was like, yeah, sure, but I want it to be innovative, so like not just non-image.
Yeah, that's awesome. So it got started by the two of you guys, or he just asked you like, hey, do you want to do a project together? And you guys co-founded it, or was he just kind of referring you to start something?
The way it works, we were all like a group of friends, like all the people listed on our website. Let me go head over there real quick. So we have Mig, who's basically the artist from Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Topcake, which is one of my long-term friends. Freddy is one of my friends from the sneaker industry, which I come from as well. I used to be the CTO of Cybersoul, one of the biggest sneaker bots.
Okay.
With like 170 grand following on Twitter, and then 2D Vamp and Ryan I've known for years as well. So it's basically like a group of friends coming together to build something.
Cool. And the guy who referred you was the Bored Ape designer, or was that just a friend who said like, yo man, you gotta get in on this just because he saw what happened with Bored Ape?
The guy who referred me was Topkick. He was basically I think I think it's either Topkick approached Ming to start a project, or the other way around. I'm not exactly sure on that, but after that we started building. And we've all seen Ming's art and how great he is at it, and the amount of projects he has started.
Mm-hmm.
And of course the Sneaky Vampires look amazing.
Yeah.
So that's how we started. But like you have all these projects, right? You have apes, you have, what do you have? What else? You have werewolves, for example, or like ducks, or what's been popping is the toads right now. But there was nothing like really for Halloween, right? So I think we hit that spot on for October as being the Sneaky Vampire. There was like this missing gap in the market.
Totally.
That's how we started, and we were like, oh yeah, what should we make? So that's how we got to that point.
Nice. And let's talk about like we talked about the artwork and how you guys got kicked off. Let's talk about the innovation, because we were talking about this a little bit offline beforehand. But I think for everybody watching, like 380 people streaming right now. Let's hear a little bit about, the innovation that you guys are doing, because I think the no gas wars and the no bots is super cool. That is going to help the space as a whole. So could you walk us through, how you guys are thinking about that and how you did that?
So, but basically the way we did it, we disallowed any contract interaction like through to mint through our contract directly from either scan or from any code, and that prevented a lot of bots from just what happened. I don't know if you know what happened to the sevens where three persons got like thousands of them. So we prevented that by forcing the user to go through our website essentially. So we had an API which was it's going to be more like technical terms from here on, if you're okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
So our server signed a message, and we in the smart contract we had a public key. So we would sign a message with our private key on the server, and that in the contract we match whether the public key matches the signature. So that way we could block anyone trying to mint directly because they don't have those parameters. They can't fake it. It's essentially it's the beauty of cryptography. So, and in terms of no gas bars, we had a raffle system. Or no, it was a first come first serve system where we stopped bots like web-based bots by you had to answer a question where I think it was spell out like a number. So as example, spell out the number 8. Then you have to type EIGHT, and then it would enter you into the reservation system. But we had some minor hiccups with the database, and stuff happened. But I put a Medium article out on it recently, which proposes like a new system to prevent that from happening in the future, and we'll definitely be using that for Gen 2.
Okay.
So that's basically like how we stop the bots and the gas war, and I think it's a great idea for like a lot of projects, because whenever someone mints like thousands of your project, they're gonna instantly want to take profit, and that will destroy your community, for example, because I think we achieved the holder rate of around 52% initially after mint, which is just another level.
Yeah. I think it's so interesting what a lot of these projects are tracking, like the number of listed NFTs out of the the total supply and things like that. So that's a great kind of a segue into what you guys are tracking. I know bats are kind of on your radar and things like that, but what types of things are you guys focused on? Is it the amount of people holding, the amount of sales in a day? What types of things are you looking for?
Types of things we're looking for as many holders as possible. We personally, myself, I only own one vampire. I haven't bought any of vampires myself, and the same goes for our teams. We want the community to be able to hold to have a vampire.
Number of holders, got it.
Yeah, number of holders. That's one of our important aspects. So we're not focused on pumping the floor price. That's not something we want to do. We don't want to create artificial hype or spam your Twitter feed. That's one of the things we've been pushing.
No, it makes sense. And it's an organic approach too.
It's an organic approach. Yeah.
And that's always the best way in this space. I mean, you have the big
there's a lot of people who are negative about it. They want us to go on Twitter, spam everyone, spam Twitter everywhere. But in my eyes, organic growth will outlast a short pump and dump.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let's talk about the game. I think, we're here in the metaverse right now, in the first social hub that existed in Sandbox. So a special little opportunity to talk about the game, given a lot of people watching are gamers. Let's talk about what you guys are building in terms of the
In terms of game, it's more like that wasn't planned on our original roadmap. I funded that fully myself, just like a benefit for SVS holders. So if you hold an SVS, you can play the game, you can have fun. We're gonna add a blockchain game invite leaderboard system where it's basically a roguelike. I don't know, you're familiar probably with roguelikes, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a roguelike survival game. So the seed, what will happen is every week the seed will change based on the block number on Ethereum. So everyone plays the same game essentially, and then the leaderboard goes on. So who has like the longest survived will get like a prize every week, like an airdrop or whatever, like the top 3. That's what we're planning to do with that. It's not like a fully blockchain integrated game, but you do need an SVS to play it. It's more like an add-on, just like a small little benefit of having an SVS.
Yeah. I think that it's such a cool idea that this is verification at its finest, where if you have it in your wallet, you're able to get access to something. And that is like a really cool ownership piece that's never really been done before. I'm not aware. I mean, other than like a library card that was, to get into the library and be able to rent books, I don't really know what else has been done around that. It's such a innovative ownership concept in the NFT space. And you've been in the space for a while. Like you said that you got in at 2014 before we got on stream. So you've seen a lot come through. So let's talk about some collabs. I think, obviously we got a lot of questions about collabs and cool kicks, I think is a big one. Let's talk about the partnerships you guys are working on.
So our biggest partnership right now is obviously Cool Kicks collab. But that is going to be one of many where the Cool Kicks collab is going to, basically what we've done with them is we team up with them. They're going to be hosting like exclusive private events for SVS holders. And the pass, we're introducing a pass. You have to mint the pass to basically generate a QR code. We've built the infrastructure, like an app, etc., for like the event hosts, so they can validate whether you actually own the NFT and the pass together. But in case someone lives in Thailand, for example, and they cannot attend the event, right? We're also building a marketplace, so you can rent out your QR code, your access to the event. So in a way, it's like generating passive income for yourself as well. That's one of our features we're building, because essentially an NFT, you can see it as like a license key, right? For like a software as well. So imagine you have Photoshop, you can the Photoshop, you can have like an NFT as a license. Like I've been thinking about building like a software licensing system as NFT. Like the proof of ownership you can do so much things, so many more things than just a picture.
Yeah.
And that's something we're really focusing on the SVS project.
Yeah, I like that you guys are focusing on the innovation itself. I think the pictures, like with CryptoKitties, for example, a lot of people mistaked CryptoKitties for just this cute little image.
Yeah.
But that project alone brought in some of the most prestigious founders that people know of today in the NFT space, because it was that aha moment that it took to say, like, all right, there's actually deep tech going on behind the image.
I know, yeah.
And I like that you guys are focusing on that and actually moving the needle forward, getting stuff done, So I think in terms of the authenticated access, you've mentioned that a few times. You tweeted about it. I saw that. Is there anything else that you guys are thinking about potentially, I don't want to say white label, but like, how do you see yourself in the future helping other projects? Because that's a big innovation, I feel like. So
I mean, some projects have already reached out to us about like the system we've built for the Cool Cakes collab. And I think we'll probably be collaborating with them, like for them to use our stuff. And I'm not going to name any names, of course, because I don't know if they want me to do that. But there's some pretty big ones out there.
Yeah. So let's talk about like the mechanics of the NFTs themselves. I think I'm really interested. I studied a lot of game theory in college, and I'm always interested in how this type of thing translates with a large community like the Vamps. So in terms of what happens with breeding, I think Axie Infinity and some of these other big projects have mastered this art of breeding. Kongs with the banana token have mastered how you're able to breed babies and things like that. So let's talk about that. How do you envision breeding playing out?
Well, I think for breeding, we're still gonna wait until we release Gen 2.
Okay.
And then breeding will be introduced between Gen 2 and Gen 1. And we're thinking about involving some sort of staking event, like staking method to have you breed with your 2 vampires. But the thing is, which we want to do is we don't want like to generate a random image after you breed.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to. They need to inherit traits from their parents, for example. If you're talking about like a vampire baby or like a vampire kid, right?
Yeah.
We don't want them to not look like their parents. So that's going to be like an infrastructure. We already built that. Like it's fully built. We're just waiting for Meg to keep the art going.
Yeah. So we got a question from the community here. What does a gold mint pass get?
Okay, so for that, I'm gonna have to redirect you to our AMA tonight with the Cool Kicks team. I can't answer that myself right now.
Got it. All right. So in terms of Sandbox and the plans you guys have for it, obviously since we're in the metaverse right now, I know you and I've talked a lot about it and what you're trying to accomplish, but let's share some details. What do you guys want to do in the metaverse?
So in the metaverse, yeah, we're like I'm walking around right now here, right? So something like this, like a place for someone to hang out, like for vampires to hang out together, can network. Because there's obviously some big names in our community who are probably hiding like behind their alias, so you can use it to network. We're also planning to because we've been running a lot of derivatives contests on Twitter and seeing some amazing art. So we're planning to have a gallery section, for example, where we can display the derivatives.
Mm-hmm.
Another part we were thinking about is because of our Cool Case collaboration and their connections to a lot of artists. We're planning for to build a live stage, where we can host maybe some metaverse concerts, for example.
Nice.
So that's our plans for the layer.
Nice, the layer.
Yeah,
and
the layer
in
basically.
terms of the land that you guys have, are you still working on getting it? Are you building? What are we?
We're still waiting for a reply from the Sandbox team, actually, because we sent over the 50,000 sand required for a 3x3 plot.
Yep.
So
all right, well, we'll have to get them on here soon enough. Have to get them working with you guys, because that's we got to get the layer up.
Yeah, I know. We're really excited to get that going. So we've just been waiting.
Yeah. So you've been in the space for a while. You've met some really prestigious people. I think you're in a unique position where you're innovating on NFTs. You're meeting all these really great innovators on a day-to-day basis. The community's strong. What projects are you excited about? Like when you wake up, what are you overly pumped about to read about in the morning? With whether it's NFTs or anything in the crypto space, what are you inspired by?
Like anything in the crypto space?
Yeah, anything.
Well, my main bet might go to a lot of haters, but I'm a really big fan of Avalanche.
Oh yeah, why is
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Huh?
Why are you a big fan? What's the
Because
drive?
Avalanche is basically doing what F should have been doing years ago. Yeah.
How so?
I mean, they have got their EVM chain running at 4,500 transactions per second. They are fully proof of stake. Anyone can join the network with a validator. They don't require like a lot of hardware. Well, I'm not trying to shit on Solana or like talk bad about them, but if I don't know if you know about the hardware requirements for Solana, like a validator node.
No. What are the requirements?
I think it's like he need like let me Google it real quick just so I don't make any mistakes. So validate the requirements. So like 12 core CPUs at 2.8 gigahertz or faster, 128 gigabits of RAM, and then they want like disks with like 1 terabyte disks. Like the hardware requirements to run like a Solana validator are like it doesn't really scream decentralization to me. That's one of my biggest like things I look into a new chain, you know?
Uh-huh.
So on Avalanche, for example, I can go on my MacBook right now and run a validator node.
Yeah.
That's one of my big things. And of course the transaction per second on Solana is super fast, but Avalanche is as well. So yeah, that's one of my big things. I've been looking that's the only thing I'm looking at in crypto space right now. And of course Sandbox, like it's gonna be crazy, right?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
basically say it's
Definitely.
my Minecraft on steroids, like it's that way.
Yeah. So there's been a couple questions from the community.
Okay.
We'll just chime them in terms of a DAO.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
are
we
your thoughts?
recently released our DAO, like I think this morning I posted about it.
Okay.
So the DAO will function like people can vote on whatever decision we will be making because we are releasing the bats in I think like around 10 to 15 days. And there's currently a proposal live right now about whether like what percentage of trade carryover should be like carrying over from the vampire to the bat, because we didn't want to drop a companion which doesn't match your bat, right? Like that would make no sense.
Yeah.
So people are able to vote on their like what they want, like what kind of chance to like carry over like a gold skin or a gold fangs or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how our DAO is going to function, and we're planning to use the royalties from our bat drop and the cool kicks pass drop to buy back vamps, and then either use them for giveaways or burn them or whatever the community wants.
Got it. And with bats, there's a lot of really cool companions that have come out. Wicked Ape
Yeah.
Bone Club doing the hounds. You got obviously Bored Ape, of course, doing all the different Kennel Club and things like
Yeah.
that they've done. Let's talk a little bit about bats. What's the plan there, and how's that going to play?
In what terms of plan?
Like if I own 3 vamps, am
Yeah.
I getting do I go to the site, mint the individual bats? Is it just going to be an
You
airdrop
claim them, yeah.
thing?
You claim them, you only pay gas, that's how it's gonna work.
Okay.
And then of course there's gonna be issues with like OpenSea where people will try and sell their vampire with already claimed bats. But we have a tool on the website right now where you can check whether a bat has been claimed on a certain vampire so you don't get screwed over.
Mm-hmm.
So for the bats, yeah, we're going for a cute aspect. I think we're dropping a sneak peek this weekend after the Cool Kicks collab goes live. So
Ooh, all
people
right.
should be looking out for that.
Sneak peek of the
Yeah,
bat.
it was really hard because Mig didn't want to. He didn't want to sneak peek at them. He just wanted to like reveal, like surprise drop them. But I think it would be better to sneak peek.
Yeah, yeah. Sneak peeks are great, and obviously sneaky's in the name. Like you gotta,
I
you
know,
gotta be,
yeah.
you gotta be a little sneaky. So, getting to quite a few questions about the collab with the Cool Kicks.
Yeah.
and how it's connected. Is there anything else that you can share about how the collab is going to kind of change over the course of the next year or so, or is it just an initial drop kind of concept?
Well, we've partnered for long term. It's not a short term. It's not a one time thing. They will be hosting events for us throughout the years. Like, and there's going to be more perks announced. And tonight in the AMA, the Cool Kicks team is joining us. They will probably tell you more about it than I can do right now.
Got it.
Because I don't know if you know Cool Kicks personally.
No, I don't know.
No, they have a lot of big celebrity connections. So imagine we host an event, right? So and then we'll get like we get one of their A-tier celebrities like they're connected with on the event. And people can network with them. They can join them. They can maybe have a concert. But there's so much things we can do with Cool Kicks. It's not about the store at all. It's not about sneakers. It's not about just the sneaker store and everything. It's about the whole brand. We're not partnering with the store. We're partnering with the brand. That's the message I want to bring out.
Partnering with the brand, a good branding play.
Yeah, people are thinking we're like, oh, there's gonna be like a custom like Sneaky Vampire shoe, but no, but that's not what we're doing. We're partnering with their connections, their brand. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, and it's a really cool brand. I mean, I was looking it up before we jumped on, and it is very, very, very cool, like an exclusive LA feel to it.
Yeah, I know, right? Like it has this exclusive, like they do a ton of videos with like celebrities coming into their store. That's how they all like have all those connections, and basically we will have access to those connections as well.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I think there's quite a few questions coming through about like DeFi and stuff like that. I don't really think we need to touch on that right now. That's something that can come out later. There's quite a few about the shoe, but you guys just heard it.
I just said that there's no shoe. We're just partnering with the brand. There's not gonna be a shoe.
So this is kind of a generalized one. Any marketing plans?
Yeah, I think yesterday or 2 days ago we hired a marketing manager, and he's been working full force to get us out there more. Because in all honesty, I think that's where we're lacking right now, and I admit the marketing isn't as like what we expected. Because we're trying to go for organic growth, right? So marketing is going to be weird because you have like other communities just spamming under every tweet. We don't want to like create that like toxicity between communities. That's what we're not looking for. So the marketing plan has to be like drafted up like properly and like, but I think we're doing something with billboards and stuff like that. So that's going to come out.
Nice. You heard it, guys. Billboards. Now there's a couple questions about Halloween. And I kind of already know the answers here, but just share with us what the plans are for Halloween.
Well, in terms of, I think we spoke with the Cool Kicks about a team potentially planning an event before Halloween, like something big.
Nice. All right. Very cool.
And in terms of like an NFT, maybe some giveaways, some merch giveaways. Because art takes time, right? We can't just we can't just like produce like some art randomly, for example.
Yeah, no, I like the intention and the attention to detail that the art has, and also the movement behind the scenes with partnerships. And a lot of people watching this, that's lifting a mountain when you can form a partnership like that with someone like Cool Kicks. So that's kind of wrapped into the marketing efforts that you guys are doing. And this is a good one. Where do you guys think you'll be next month? I think that's pretty straightforward.
Well, we'll be in the next month. Well, the bats will be out in this month, and then we'll have Halloween with a lot of like exposure, hopefully, with the events in Cool Kicks. Where I see SVS in the next month. I don't know. We're just gonna keep on building. Where we have another crypto partnership coming, like right after Halloween. We'll be announcing that one, and that will be. I can't name it, but it will be a pretty big one.
Got it. I like it. Keeping everybody on the edge of their seat.
No, I'm not. I don't know if they're comfortable with me naming it. I think they want to announce it. That's the thing.
Got it.
Like I wish I could announce it because people don't think we're doing like anything, right? But we're just building. I'm not a marketer. I'm a developer. That people have to understand that.
Yeah. No, I think that's often a difficulty in the NFT space right now is you have like the big brain developers that are building incredible technology like yourself, and there needs to be a balance. Like you have to actually be innovating like you guys. And
because like we're essentially creating a real, like a bridge between the real life and NFTs, right? With the QR code system.
Yeah.
Like that's like one like super innovative like way. Like I'm not sure if it's done before, but we're building that. Like we're gonna give you real life utility with the SVS token and the pass. And I see a question on my screen. Will the physical events be LA only? No, they will be worldwide. We're planning to do many locations. There will be virtual events. You can attend virtual events. We're planning to go worldwide. It's not just LA.
Nice.
So, for example, I was talking to the Cool Kicks team yesterday, and he posted in chat publicly. So, for example, Cool Kicks is very like they're very like known in the hospitality industry, right? So, for example, they will host an event. I mean, like a dinner, right, with like a celebrity or something, and then we're gonna be like we'll announce in the Discord, oh, X amount of people can show up to this event for networking, and imagine you're gonna have like dinner with the celebrity, stuff like that. Like that's what we're gonna be building. We don't just want to have the image. It's not about the image for us. Like, well, obviously the SVS tokens are gonna have the utility because you're gonna need both the pass and the actual the actual SVS token. So we're not taking away any utility from the SVS token, but that's our plan. Like that's what we want to build. We want to build like real life utility.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of really good examples of this now, with Kongs and Banana and things like that. I mean, Coco and their team have crushed it with just the utility there, where no one wants to sell. Everybody's literally holding on to it, which is incredible. So I like that you guys are putting some thought into it, because that's what matters. You don't want people to just dump a token they get and just immediately go to zero. You want to have it go up over some time. So this question here, you will need a vampire and a pass for the event. I think you just touched on that, Woof, right?
Yeah, you will need a vampire and a pass. Like it's that way we don't take away any utility or any value from the SVS. That's something we push with the Cool Kicks team, and that's something we're set in stone on. Like it's already built like to function like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is one of the that's what I can answer about that.
Cool. And getting a lot of questions about people just praising you on the artwork. I agree. I think it's really.
That's not me. That's Mig though.
Yeah. But just putting it all together is really, really.
I mean, I can tell you about how we did it. Like that was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, let's hear it. How'd you guys?
So the way we generated our artwork, it's fully public. The metadata generation, we that's another innovative point actually. We used so on reveal date, what we did, we sent a transaction to our own address, the deployer, the contract deployer, right? And we waited for it to be mined, and then we used the block hash of that block, which is what the transaction was mined in, as a seed for the metadata generation, and then we open source the metadata generation, so anyone out there can go check right now and verify whether we did anything funny or like funny business or anything like that. It's fully transparent. You can like run the script, you can like check it out, you can basically do the same. And for the image generation, we actually had to we automated Photoshop to for the best export quality, because like many projects they will just export PNG files, right, and then overlay them over each other. But because Mig was so hesitant in using Photoshop and wanted the best quality possible, and sometimes multiply layers like for the hollow shades on our vampires. Oh no, guys! People think I just hit a vape. No, I was just getting a drink. So, so what was he talking about? Oh yeah, so we automated Photoshop to generate the most like exported, like the best quality export, and I think it took me 6 hours every time to generate 8,888 vampires to get all of the clashes out. Because you don't want a hat overlapping with like a hair, for example.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was just a total headache getting it done. But
I mean, my computer was churning about 24 hours a day, basically.
That's awesome.
Guys, I don't vape. I don't smoke. I don't do anything like that.
So this is a great question. Will there be a benefit to holding Gen 1, Gen 2 coffin if that comes later?
Well, that depends. Well, what I've touched down about is Gen 1 and Gen 2. We're gonna be introducing breeding to them, right? We have no plans for a coffin right now. I need to see with the team if we want to introduce something like a coffin. Mm-hmm. But we're open to suggestions. Our community can suggest like anything they want, especially with the DAO now, so that you can vote. Like anyone can make a proposal if they have an SVS. Nice. And we'll listen to that proposal, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, I love the concept of the DAO. I think that really, especially with communities like this, where everybody's so active and everybody's really interested in the storyline, the art, everything, what you guys are building in the background, and they're just supporting the project so much. A DAO makes perfect sense, where has a voice, everybody can be heard, which is a good play.
I mean, that's how crypto should be, right? Like that's the entire point of crypto. Yeah. It's decentralized. Communities should be involved at all times. That's what we're focusing on as well.
Yeah. So good question here. What's the cost to breed and then blood token? Is there going to be token?
So for the tokenomics of blood, we haven't really worked on that yet because we're still far ahead from Gen 2. So that will become when we decide when Gen 2 is more like probably after bats, we'll start working on that.
Got it.
Because the art is not finished yet for bats, so my computer is gonna be basically on fire for the next week, basically again. So
nice. I like this one. I want SVS sneakers in a coffin box.
Well, maybe Cool Kiss can get to set up with that if you ask them, my brother.
Well, cool. Yeah, I think a lot of people are just asking about what you're excited about with the Metaverse and the Sandbox in general. Got that question 4 or 5 times now.
What I'm excited about, like in the Metaverse, like in the Sandbox.
Yeah, just in the Sandbox and the Metaverse at large, and what you're excited.
I mean, the entire idea of like being able to connect with your community through the Sandbox with your own plot, like that's amazing, right? Because it's all about the community. So, for example, we can get like a speaker on a stage, and they can listen, or everyone can listen in. We can connect, we can network. They can talk to me if they do want to talk to me. I don't know if you want to talk to me, but I know like the Metaverse, it's such a cool thing. Like actually owning like a piece of like a clothing on your, like as an NFT, like Like that's how stuff is supposed to be, right? Like actual ownership. Like for example, if you take World of Warcraft, like a game like that, and imagine you actually owned that piece of equipment, and you could trade it, or you can sell it, and you can do whatever you want with it. Like something that's so innovative, and people don't understand like how big that will be in the future.
Yeah. Just the sheer ownership has never been done before of owning these assets within a game.
Yeah,
And
for
it's like
example.
a shift in the mind that's just never been experimented with before. It's really, really exciting. And that answered probably probably a dozen questions from all you guys. As we're probably more than halfway through, if you guys want a chance to enter the giveaway, slap Vamps as a keyword in the chat on Twitch. If you're subscribed right now, there's 450 people watching. Subscribe to have a 2 times more likely chance to win. So slap that keyword in the chat. We're going to be giving away 5 Vamps, which is quite a hefty giveaway there, peeps. So
don't want to bought them off from floor, so
swept the floor. I think one thing that I'm really curious about is in terms of you guys as a team. I think that there's a lot to bite off here. You guys are working on a lot. You have the bats, you have partnerships, you have all this. So in terms of the size, you as the developer and the founder here, where do you think things are going to be in 12 months? Where do you see October next year? I know that seems like a lifetime away, but
that's a hard question.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in the
like we don't want to end up with like Gen 10, right? Like that's not what we want to do.
Yeah.
So I think we'll just be bringing more utility to we'll probably end up at like Gen 3 or maybe Gen 4, like max, like something like that. Or we even talked about like making a generation which is like werewolves, right? And then or vampire hunters, and they can then fight each other in an actual like NFT game, like stuff like that. We've been brainstorming a lot about it, but in terms of like a year long, we have not really planned that much for that, but we've definitely been brainstorming like what we can do.
Yeah. I mean, there's
we want as much utility as we can. Like that's the main thing I'm focusing on. I like a lot of these projects out there are just like images, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want the SVS just to be an image.
Yeah.
I want it to be actual carry utility, like an exclusive access pass, for example.
Mm-hmm.
To like maybe other events, who knows, like other partnerships we can, if they reach out to us or we'll reach out to them. I was pitching to this really big company later on in the week about what we're building and what we're doing, and maybe we'll see something built from then.
Yeah. Little hints, dropping little hints there, Woof. I like it. And some of after I asked that question, people in the chat are like, where do you see yourself in 100 years from now?
I'll be dead.
Yeah. So this question from Ether Neteric, we actually answered this early on in the stream about how the formation of the team happened. Was there anything that you wanted to mention about the team currently? And you mentioned you hired a new marketing guy, which is exciting. But anything you want to mention on the team side?
Team side, well, most of us we are friends. We're friends for like 5 years. To come from the sneaker industry. I used to lead this sneaker bot called Cybersoul. Used to be like the biggest. I think it's still the biggest sneaker bot out there with like 170,000 followers. I led that for 4 years, and then we have Topkick, which is a big known name on the crypto Twitter space, and then the others are just friends basically. And then we have Mig, which is the Bored Ape, ex Bored Ape Yacht Club, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely well known, and I think that this project has really made him.
I mean, it's made him happy because we gave him a lot of like influence, right? Like
Mhm.
that's what he keeps mentioning. We allowed him to like do anything he wants. Like his creativity, it's all his creativity. On so every piece of art you see, every trade, we gave him a list of trades. Like we wanted, like he asked us, "Oh, can you provide us a list of trades?" And we were like, "Okay, yeah, we'll tell you what we want." But he just kept adding on. I think we provided a list of like 105 trades, and then we ended up at like 220 or something because he just kept adding on stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean that's kind of the crazy thing about working with a true artist like that is this is like blue ocean where they're like, all right, we have 8,888. How many traits do we want? And they can run with that. I mean, they could run like crazy and get a many go overboard with it.
I mean, it's his full creativity, right? He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Will bats be deployed in Gen 2 as one of ones? It's
Wait, what?
yeah, that doesn't make much sense there. But yeah, bats. I guess the answer to that is bats are coming in the future.
Bats are coming in, I think, 10 to 15 days. 2 weeks. 10 to 3 weeks.
Nice, very nice. Well, cool. What additional things can you share with the community to get everybody excited over the next couple months here through the end of the year? I think we've addressed a ton, guys. I've answered a ton of questions from the community. If you guys have any additional questions, don't forget to enter Vamps in the chat to enter the giveaway because I'm going to run the giveaway here in a couple of minutes at the end. And be subscribed on Twitch. Join the Vamps Discord.
Oh yeah, I see a question. Wait, I want to answer real quick if I
Go
can
for it.
interrupt. There's this guy asking about the pre-sale access. I tweeted about like I don't know if you saw my tweet where we're gonna be reserving some spots for victims of this Evolved Apes project rug pool. So I want to touch base on that real quick. What we're gonna do is Gen 2 will have a little increase of supply. So Gen 1 holders will automatically be oh, I think the stream froze.
I think
Oh
we're
no,
good.
it's back. It's back. Okay. So Gen 1 holders will automatically be whitelisted for Gen 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll have a small increase of supply. And then we'll have a public sale, but as well as we'll have a public sale on top of that, but we're reserving some whitelist spots for the victims of the evolved apes. A lot of people are saying the stream died.
Huh. All right. Well, we are. Oh no, I'm seeing that some people are saying offline, some people are saying online. Let me just get this. Make sure we're good here. Yeah. All right. People are saying it's back. All right. Good. Yeah. Little blip there, but looks like we're back
Should I
on.
repeat that?
Yeah. Go ahead and repeat that. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
So for Gen 2, what we're planning is people really think I vape. I don't vape, guys. So what we're planning is for Gen 2, it will have an increase of like a small bump in supply. Every Gen 1 holder gets access to Gen 2 with a discounted price. We'll have a public sale, like a small public sale on top of that. And then we'll reserve some spots for the victims of the Evolved Apes rug pool.
Mm.
Because I think NFT community should help each other out, like as much as possible as we can.
Yeah. And what happened with the Evolve Apes rug pull? Could you walk us through that?
I've not really looked into it, but I got a lot of them like a message about it. So apparently they just sold out and then they just deleted their website and everything.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's bad news. Bad news. Question: do the bats' properties affect rarity of vamps?
The bat's properties. Do you mean the other way around?
The properties of bats, do they affect the rarity of vamps?
I think that means do the vamp property affect the rarity of vamps? No.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we have that's what we have going on in the DAO right now, where people can vote like how much carryover there will be, because we want of course we want people with rares, like they've bought their rares, right? So people want companions. So the idea what we're doing, we're not doing like a random mint, like a randomly generated bat. So our companions, we thought of they should like in somehow match their like their vampire, right? Because it's a companion.
Yeah.
So we have a proposal right now active in the by the community, not by us even. They propose to like do up the percentage of carryover, so you can have a companion with where your traits will carry over at a certain rate, so it will actually be a companion.
Got it. Yeah, I love the idea of companion NFTs just because it once again solidifies the long-term value of holding,
Yeah.
because you're going to get more access, you're going to get more things, you're going to be able to do more and collect more. So I love the whole concept of having bats alongside as companions. How many Gen 2 vamps will there be? If everyone holding Gen 1 can get them, bald apes and some public sale. Curious what the
Well, how many there will be? So there will be 8,888 for the Gen 1 vamps, like because they have access, right?
mm-hmm.
And then we're not sure about the public sale and evolved ape holders yet. So that will become closer to when we actually launch Gen 2. Like those details will be announced soon, like closer to launch day.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, man, this has been really cool. We've gotten a lot. We've covered a ton of ground here. I know everybody in the sandbox right now looks like we've maxed out over 2 different instances. Everybody that's watching, Sandbox has a cap of 40 people per instance because this is the first social hub in Sandbox, which is crazy to think about. But also, yeah, a lot of DAO questions coming in now. The idea that each instance has 40 people and it spins up a new one. There are a bunch of other people in different instances. So if you're in the sandbox right now watching and you don't see as many people as we have right here, that's because you're in the second instance. Soon it'll be available to more, but for right now we are on the cutting edge. So I want to spend the next couple minutes. I have Woof right next to me here, SVS doing the dance. And if you guys are watching on Twitch, we're going to run around the space real quick, spend a few minutes just checking out these different NFTs that we have laying around. So everybody come to the middle, aggregate towards the middle of the build. We're in the bridge. So everybody dancing. Got all these people cutting up a rug. So me and Wolf are standing on the bridge here in the center. Got some awesome custom avatars. Look at that. That is sick.
I just picked one.
All right. So let's go ahead and walk together towards, look at everybody dancing. So we got one here. I wanted to talk about OnlyFangs, and that one is over here. What can you share with us about OnlyFangs? Because I think it's hilarious.
OnlyFangs, that was an idea of Ming.
Okay.
We actually registered the domain onlyfangs.gg and we're planning to build something on it soon, like very soon. Okay. Not sure about what, but we'll, that's something which is coming as well.
Nice. Nice.
Wait, where'd you go? I lost you in the sandbox.
we're over here. We're walking around in the corner over here in front of the OnlyFangs NFT.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
So in the future, for everybody here in Sandstorm in the HQ, we're going to have booths and things like that with a bunch of different projects. It'll be portals. Portals are going to be a thing in Sandbox where, for example, right here in front of us, we have the OnlyFangs SVS. We could go through it as a portal to get to their layer on their plot of land, which is super exciting to be able to just portal over. Look at everybody jumping into it to try and portal over it. Not right now, but it will come. Everybody's running and jumping into it. But yeah, in the future, we're going to be able to have portals, and unfortunately, not right now. No matter how many times you run into it, guys, it's not going to let you go anywhere. There is a scavenger hunt if you guys go through this build, even after the event. If you find the bats, there are bats laying around that we hid throughout the build for this speech with Woof. So run around, find them, take screenshots, and tag SVS on Twitter and tag us, Sandstorm Meetup, and show us the screenshots, and you'll have a chance to win these different NFTs here, the Vamps. So I think we've covered a ton of ground, man. I don't want to burn too much of your time. I want to be respectful of your time. So I'm going to go ahead and do the giveaway raffle. If you want to
Okay,
cover
wait.
anything.
There's one more question I want to answer. If you're okay
Yeah,
with
go
that.
for it. Go for it, man.
Woof, wouldn't it be better to do the vote and verify Discord chat versus DAO? Well, the thing is, the DAO is like the DAO will actually verify whether you own the SVS tokens. Like Discord is not secure enough for that. We'll rather run it through a DAO, like an actual you sign your wallet that you own the tokens, and then it goes from there, right? I just want to clear that up because someone asked.
Got it. Yeah, there's.
I mean, the proposal runs for 7 days, so I bet there will be be more votes, as I just announced it. Like, let me check. It was announced around like 2 hours ago. So.
Got it. Well, cool. I think there are a lot of questions coming in about the possibilities with Sandbox.
Yeah, I can't answer that. That's you.
Yeah. We're gonna do an introduction afterwards. If they don't get back to the Vamps here shortly, we're gonna.
Yeah, I've got like 20 more minutes if you're fine with that. Like 15 more.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think the next one is about hardware wallets. That's a good one. I like that. What are your thoughts on hardware wallets?
Anyone should own a hardware wallet at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like you've seen all the OpenSea scams where they make you enter your seed phrase or something like that with like a fake MetaMask, or where they like take all your tokens. Like a hardware wallet at this like this stage in the crypto space is probably one of the best investments you can make if you have the capital. Like they're not that cheap. They're not that expensive anymore, are they? Like maybe like $60.
Yeah, they're super cheap now. They've
Yeah,
gone down.
they used to be expensive, but like at this point, if you have a couple grand in ETH or a couple grand in Bitcoin, for example, it's definitely a right choice to make.
Nice. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. I think it's
Like the entire like idea of holding like thousands of dollars in a Chrome extension. That's not something I would do myself.
Yeah.
And the hardware wallet I would recommend is either a Nano S or a Nano X. That's the ones I have. And for Bitcoin, I use my Cool Card.
Yeah.
Have you heard of a Cool Card?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're amazing. I love the Cool Card. That's the best Bitcoin wallet there is.
Yeah, they've crushed it just with that form factor because people are really used to the.
No, like the entire point, like not even a form factor. Like it looks like a calculator, right? Like
Yeah.
But they have like this cool feature which is called duress. So imagine someone comes into your house, like they threaten you, like they're gonna like. I'm not trying to be like make people scared here or something, but imagine someone comes in your house asking for your ledger and your PIN, and you're in duress. Cool Card allows you to set a duress PIN. So you can give that pin and put like a small amount of money in it, and they will think they got out, they got the money, and they will leave you alone. That's how I've set mine up at this point.
Yeah.
Just a strict safety measure.
Yeah. I think it's gotten to that point where, if you're early into this space and you have, millions, 7 figures worth of something in a wallet somewhere.
Yeah, I think Ledger has a similar feature, but it's not this like. I think it's a little bit different. It's not like a direct pin. It's more like a passphrase. I think you can have multiple like wallets as well. Like like private keys on the same ledger.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm going to run around here while we do the giveaway. So everybody be subscribed here on Twitch for 2 times likely to win. If you see any questions while I'm going, Woof, feel free to start answering them because they're coming in real quick on the chat. Enter in Vamps, the word Vamps to enter in. The giveaway here, we're about to drop some serious thousands of dollars worth of NFTs for people. Join the Discord in Sandstorm and follow us on Twitter. Follow Vamps, of course. I know a lot of you guys are already following both of us, but we have 410 entries into this giveaway. Looks like we are cruising through here. 420. So a lot of them are coming out. All right, I'm going to run the first one here. So let's get a little drum roll. I'm going to draw the first entrant. First one is 00 Sanja 007 right there in the chat. Congratulations. You won for attending. And everybody go around and be sure to find the...
I can't find any bats, man. I've been trying.
Yeah, I found them before the stream.
Like they're actually hidden well.
Yeah, somebody said that they were in here an hour early.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like right when Sandbox deployed this, they went through and were checking it out.
Wait 2 seconds. I'm getting a call.
All right, and Sanja, you go ahead and shoot us a DM on Twitter, the Sandbox Discord, and we will get you the prize there. If you guys have not entered in on Twitter, that's where the other one Vamp is getting dropped on people that are engaging on Twitter. So the Sandstorm is every week on Wednesdays. So definitely be subscribed here on Twitch. Join the Discord because we're bringing on some really exciting builders, just like Vamps, that are building in the Sandbox. Super stoked to have them here today. And we are kind of growing ridiculously fast. We got a lot more planned for the rest of the year. The next winner, we are going to run the next one here. So everybody subscribe on Twitch, increase your odds right now, right as you're watching this. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, I'm about to hit it.
Okay, I'm going to have to leave in 2 minutes. If that's fine.
That's cool, man. All right, the next one is let's go Hyper Nick. HYPERNYCK. Congrats, Hyper Nick. You won. Hit us on DMs on Twitter, the Sandstorm Meetup, and be sure
also, I want to note to people, please tune into our Twitter space tonight. There's going to be a lot of more info, like actually like from the Cool Kicks team. I couldn't like spill here, so just make sure to tune in on that. Man, this Sandbox stuff is actually really cool.
The what?
The Sandbox stuff is actually really cool. I've never like visited like one of them.
Yeah. This is we're working directly with them, and they've really been helpful of getting these live each week because we're customizing them for the projects, obviously with the Vamp and everything. So it's early days still for sure with this. But we're going to do one more of these raffles here, and then we're going to announce the rest on Twitter. So I'm about to hit it again. Woof has to go. So boom.
I have to go and leave in 1 minute. So
all right. Broke Outlaw. Boom. You won. Congrats, Broke Outlaw. And subscribe here on Twitch, everybody. Thank you so much for coming on. Also, Broke Outlaw, send us a DM. Congrats to Hyper Nick, Broke Outlaw, and Sanja007. Shoot us a DM on Twitter to get those vamps. The other two that we're giving away 5. Those are going to be announced on Twitter as well. So congrats again, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. Be subscribed. And thanks, Woof, for sharing the story, man.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.